Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode, another Wednesday, another week of your favorite show dedicated to Alabama State football, the Black and Gold Show. I'm your host, JB, and you are watching us live here on the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. If you're watching us on Twitter, X, come on over to the YouTube channel and give us a like. And I do this every week, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it this week too. Please hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share this to your people. And yes, I have a special guest tonight. I actually have two special guests tonight. Before I introduce my guy, to all the people who's been communicating with me, yes, I got tickets. We're gonna give away these tickets in just a minute, but you better make sure you're watching the show. You better make sure you're in the chat if you're going to win these tickets. I actually got a cup with some names in it right here. Yeah, so we legit. We're going to do it legit. But first things first, let's do the sponsors, and then we're going to get down, and I'm going to introduce my guests. So, as you guys know, man, we are sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network, located at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. If you're in the market for a new Benz or another pre-owned vehicle, we have a lot of variety on the lot. You can go look at the inventory at jackingrammercedes.com. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. Also, we are sponsored by. You see what I got on right here, and you can't see me right now because we're covered. But to get all your Bama State gear, all your exclusive gear, I hope you got your Magic City Classic gear ready. Go to the yardapparelbrand.com. You get all that, what you see right there, and some. And I got a lot of people who support the show that also support the Yard Apparel brand. So shouts out to my guy, Demetrius Mickles. Go visit the website, the yardapparelbrand.com. Another proud sponsor of this podcast show, the Black and Gold Show, throughout the whole season. Now, I don't know. Let me get back on the other screen real quick. All right, there goes Jaeden. All right. I thought I lost him for a minute. All right, y'all. So, y'all come in the chat. Welcome in. First things first, before I give away these tickets and before I do anything else, I want to introduce this guy, man. We met, a few months ago, and he is, if you don't know, if you probably saw some of his articles, the Montgomery Advertiser in the sports section that covers Alabama State. So this is the beat writer for Alabama State football. USA Today, Montgomery Advertiser. My guest for the night, for the first half of the night, Mr. Jaeden Day. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, JB. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, it's been a couple of months since we met each other, and it's been a ride, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to go ahead and give you your flowers, man. You cover this team like no other. I do it by podcasting and taking notes and doing what I do. But you, my friend, you write those articles and you get them out there, and you're so meticulous in what you do. So I want to go ahead and give your props for that, and thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, man, and props to you again too, because this is a lot of work you're putting into it, and you're starting to see it flourish, and nothing but happy for you, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. So let's stop giving each other flowers and and get to the real talk. Hey, thanks everybody in the chat. I see y'all in here. Really appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you're in the chat, make sure you let me know you're here. And we're gonna give away tickets in a minute. But first, Jaeden, you was able to go to the press conference today in Birmingham for the Magic City Classic. I saw clips of it. I just want to ask you, first of all, how was the press conference?
Yeah, it's a press conference like I haven't seen. And I've been to Auburn press conferences, so that's saying a lot, especially with everything that's going there. Give a little background. I'm from New Mexico, so this is my first Magic City Classic, and it was I kind of went in, not expecting, just kind of like, I'm going to roll with the punches, and it was just amazing. Let's just say, first off, props to everybody there. Perry King, the executive director of the Magic City Classic, just a phenomenal job. There was an atmosphere like there, like, like none other. I mean, it didn't even sometimes feel like it was a press conference.
Right.
So just amazing. We heard from a lot of the sponsors, a lot of the reps for the sponsors. We were able to hear from the coaches, and just great stuff. You can see why this is the best game of the year. As far as HBCU is concerned.
Right. And I actually read your piece on Amazon becoming the main sponsor for the podcast for the classic. So you want to like get a short version of that real quick and tell the people how Amazon became the sponsor?
Yeah, so this was actually in the works since like a little before the COVID era hit. Perry King and his team were reaching out once they, brought a fulfillment center in to Bessemer, which is, right there on the cusp of Birmingham.
Mhm.
He kept pecking away, for 4 years straight. Was able to bring them on as kind of a partnership. And then it wasn't until the very end, towards the end of 2024 that, they reached a verbal agreement that Amazon was going to be the new title sponsor. So it was
Yeah.
just a bunch of, pecking away by Mr. King and showing them kind of what, the Magic City Classic brings to the city of Birmingham and how far it reaches out, nationally. And eventually, that consistent partnership ended up turning into, a long-term thing. And now Amazon's the title.
Awesome. So you being from New Mexico, this is your first Magic City Classic, like you just stated. I'm a veteran of the classic, right? I'm from here, born and raised in Montgomery. I've been going to Magic City Classic since 2003, right? So I probably skipped a few years in between, but if I had to guess, I'd have been to like 14 or 15 classics.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm gonna tell you this: it's gonna be a culture shock for you, right? I know you went to Tallahassee. We went to Tallahassee. You saw that. Did you went to Tallahassee? Didn't you?
Jackson State.
Jackson
Jackson State.
State. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, Jackson State. So yeah, we saw each other at Jackson State, and you saw how that was at Jackson State. Now, this right here is Jackson State times 10 because you're gonna have 100,000 strong in the streets of Birmingham around Legion Field. Tailgating. The tailgating is gonna be big. The parade and the tailgating. And the people who watch the show and who know about the classic, a lot of other classic veterans will be able to attest to this. But you, for your first time, my brother, it's gonna be a culture shock. You're gonna love it though, right? You're gonna love it. And I might have to show you around and get you to some of those tailgates. Get some real food from the people out there, man. So
No,
it's
I'm
gonna be
looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And, if you guys see me out there, any of you all that are going to be there, I'm actually working on a piece that's going to involve everyone there. So be on the lookout for me. I might be snagging you on the side for an interview. So, you the people of Alabama State, I care about what you all have to say too. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward
yeah.
to it. And I appreciate you, all the help that you've been to me.
Oh man, it's. I mean, you've been helping me as well. So it's like you know, I don't want to say favor for favor. It's kind of like we helping each other because
Absolutely.
we're both covering the team and both giving out content. It's not many of us that give out Bama State content like this. So
Yep. No, amen, man.
for sure. So yeah, fans, y'all make sure if y'all see this man out there and he's doing his thing, he get interviews. You might be on the news or the newspaper or whatnot. So don't get on there talking crazy. Talk with some sense. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But it's
man,
gonna be a good time.
me and the news media, we love talking crazy. So
Yeah, for sure. So press conference now. I want to ask you first about Coach Shade. Now, Coach Shade, this is his first time coaching the Magic City Classic, but he's no stranger to E-Rob. Him and E-Rob are good friends. They've known each other since the NFL days and things like that. How was the I'm gonna put this, how can I put this? How was the energy between Coach Eddie and Coach Shade today?
yeah, I think Coach Shade started it in a way. Very formal from both of them. Not a lot of time to talk on the podium, but
Yeah.
it was funny because I think Coach Shade was somewhat kind of poking at it about saying, Alabama State has a winning record up until, when they play Alabama and A&M. And I think a lot of the room kind of took it as a joke, and he meant it. Alabama State, has had a great season, and he knows that. But I think little did he know that even if, which that in my opinion is a big if Alabama A&M comes in and wins, Alabama State will still have a winning record. So
Exactly.
it's not like anything will change there. But it was definitely something to kind of poke at Eddie Robinson, and like you said, those two have great friendship. So it was just something that brought a smile to Robinson's face.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I saw a good bit of the press conference. It was rather long, but like you say,
Mhm.
they didn't give the coaches enough time to talk. But I did like what Coach Eddie said. This is his favorite game, Madison City Classic. He lives for the Madison City Classics. Undefeated as a player, undefeated as a coach, 3-0. And it's a funny stat that I ran across when I was doing my little research for this. Bama State, they've won the last 3. Prior to that, A&M won the previous 3. So you have that. Okay, it seems like these teams, and I said this before the season, that A&M was due for a win at the Classic, but I just don't feel like Coach E. Rob is going. I don't feel like he's going to lose this game. I mean, are you with me on that?
Yeah, and it's funny because I just before we hopped on the show, I turned in my scouting report for this game,
Mm-hmm.
and I got Alabama State winning this game 42-28. I have this as not even being a contest. This is just we can talk about all the time that I think this is in my opinion, this is a game that Alabama State needs. They need this Magic City Classic. You and I were there at Jackson State, and the way that
Yeah,
game ended,
yeah.
how important that game ends up being to, Alabama State. This is a game that they need. And I think, I got the sense that this is going to be a business trip for Alabama State.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come in there. I don't think this is going to be a game that's featuring two of the highest scoring offenses in the SWAC. Alabama State at 1, Alabama and A&M at 3.
Yeah.
But the advantage to Alabama State is I think they found their identity on defense, and that's something that Eddie said in his previous pressers, and that's turnovers,
Mm-hmm.
and they're generating turnovers at the right time. And the way that this Alabama State offense is rolling, you don't want to give them an extra possession. And
Right.
I just feel like that's going to be the theme that the defense is going to give this offense extra possessions, and in front of a packed house, Andrew Body and all of the other components of that offense, they're going to want to put this game to bed, kind of make it a statement, wash that bad taste out of their mouth from Jackson State. So I'm with you. I got Alabama State winning this game big.
Okay. I like it. I like it, man. And you mentioned Andrew Body. This is his first Madison City Classic. He wasn't able to play last year. It was the Kareem Key show. So, I mean, I expect Andrew to put on a show, man, similar to what he did at the UAB. This is second time playing at Birmingham. The UAB game still lives in a lot of people's mind because he was phenomenal in the UAB game. But most definitely, man, I feel like this is an Andrew Body feast coming up on Saturday, man, for sure. Did you hear anything about? I know we had a bye week, both teams coming off buys. Did they mention anything about any players like coming back from injury or anything? Have you heard anything?
So nothing on that front. We got
Mhm.
got nothing on that front. Obviously Desmond Daniels was missing a lot of those games. Came back against Jackson State. From what I
Right.
know, he's going to be still healthy and good to go. Possibility that we might see more of Rudy Jean Lewis in
Yes.
this game. Although it might be a little hard to kind of take Jalil out. Stepped in there against Jackson State, had that huge strip fumble. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. But from all fronts, it's looking like Alabama State's gonna be pretty healthy for this game.
And that's what I like to hear. I mean, a bye week is always good before a big game. We had the bye week before the FAMU game, and we
Mhm.
saw what happened. Went down there and put BTA on FAM. Now another bye week before the Madison City Classic, which both teams are coming off a bye. So it's really no advantage. I know I saw where Shade was saying that Quad Brown was questionable to play in this game, but they do have Eric Hanley, who's been playing good ball. So
Mhm.
a lot of people want to see Quad against Andrew Body. It's been a lot of talk between the talking heads of the SWAC, the SWAC media. I heard a lot of people say Quad Brown is better than Andrew Body. So I would like to see him head up.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think Andrew Body, whenever you're one of the best quarterbacks in the SWAC, and let alone the FCS, you want to go up against that best, and that's something that Body hasn't really turned away from. I mean, we saw in Jackson State, he went toe for toe, with that team, gave that team an opportunity to win it. So I'm with you. The more that you can see Body prove, time and time again that he can hang with the best, it's all the better for him. It's all the better for the team. That's why, Alabama State, despite the loss with Jackson State, is still one of the better teams in the SWAC and one of the better teams in the HBCU.
Right, right. So and I'm gonna end it on this with you. So far as like the first half of the season for Bama State, the letdown happened. Everybody know they've had time to kind of, gotta let that go. And I saw some of the players are focused on ending this season on a good note, meaning they should win out. So let's say Bama State wins out. Let's say they finish the season 10-2. What would you think of the job that Coach E-Rob would have done if we, go ahead and end the season off 10-2? Or will you still feel like it's a letdown because Jackson State holds the keys to the SWAC championship? How would you feel?
Yeah, so I think first and foremost, Eddie Robinson might tell you, that's a job not well done. He's that competitive. But for me, that's a massive success. This is a coach that's turned, 3 winning seasons. It's trending towards a 4th, it's not an easy feat to do. The SWAC is a conference, where you can finish 10-2 and not go to to the big game. That's how tight these things are. So I think in my opinion, it's a great success for the program. You and I see how many recruits are filling up the sidelines,
For sure.
before these games. So it's a testament that, Alabama State's here to win. They are right there to start, consistently competing for that, that SWAC title and for that, HBCU national championship. So it's a win. It's just, as we sit here, it's very crushing to say that Alabama State could finish 10-2 and, not make it anywhere in the postseason. That's where it hurts. But, as an overall thing, it's a win. You turn in a great season, one of the best that you've had in a long time. And it's something that I feel like the program going forward, it's something that Eddie Robinson can build off of. The university is going to be proud, and that's going to attract more recruits. That's going to want to keep more players from, hitting the transfer portal or possibly going up to the FBS. So in the end, it's going to be a long term. It's going to be, hey, Alabama State's right in it. I wouldn't be surprised to see next year if preseason SWAC comes out and Alabama State's the favorites.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't have said it any better. I kind of feel those same way. I know Coach Eddie will be disappointed because you feel like, you play for the SWAC championship. You play all these games to make the SWAC championship and to make the, Celebration Bowl. So we're gonna take it one game at a time. We talk about Madison City Classic. Before I let you go, Jaeden, man, tell the people how they can find you and where they can find your work.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, pick up a subscription to the Montgomery Advertiser. I got a fun little piece coming out hopefully tomorrow about Eddie Robinson and his classic records. And his, so follow, subscribe to Montgomery Advertiser USA Today. You can find me on socials at Jaeden Day Reporting on Instagram, Day Jaeden12 on X, and then I'm also on TikTok. Same thing, Jaeden Day Reporting. Definitely find all my stuff there. And again, man, appreciate being on the show and look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Oh, for sure, man. Hey, I appreciate you. We're going to get some of that tailgate food. I might show you around a little bit if we have time. But other than that, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a great day and a great environment. So I'm going to say I'm going to leave you with this. Welcome to the Madison City Classic, my bro.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, if Mickey Mouse is there, dude, I mean, how much better can it get? So.
All right, Jay. Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. We're going to get up real soon.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
All right, for sure.
Bye.
That was my guy, Jaeden Day, man. Montgomery Advertiser. He is the beat writer for Alabama State football, and he has worked for the USA Today. So that's pretty big to have him on tonight. Now, We got another guest coming up real soon. From the Hill Podcast, The Ride with Wild Wayne Cartwright. He's coming up real soon. But before we do that, hey, Jamie G in the chat, what's up with you, my boy? Hey, they say he gonna turn up at the Palace, baby. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So what we gonna do right now, while I got a little time in between, before I do that, while I get ready to give away these tickets, just to make sure y'all hear, man, let's hear, let me shoot y'all with this real quick.
Classic season is here, where the field ignites with rhythm and halftime steals the spotlight. From early morning tailgate to all-night celebrations, it's Birmingham's biggest party. The Amazon Magic City Classic, presented by Coca-Cola, is the HBCU showdown. Alabama State versus Alabama A&M, October 25th, Legion Field. Be there for the magic. Buy tickets now.
Yes, sir. Hey, you ain't got to buy no tickets if you're watching the Black and Gold show right now, because guess what? Somebody gonna win a pair of tickets. Somebody gonna win a pair of tickets right now. I got names in the cup for everybody who entered that did what I said do. If y'all enter this drawing, your name is in here. But guess what? You got to be watching the show to win. So if I pull your name and you're not present, then guess what? We're going to go on to the next. Because that's how we going to do it. That's how we going to do it for real. For real. So, hey, man, these real tickets right here. And then I got another thing, too. But first of all, let's go ahead and do this, man. I ain't going to waste no more time because I got a guest coming. So, shake this thing up real good. I'm going to blindly pull one and see who I can pull. Let's see what we got right here. Dave C334. Where you at, Dave C334? Where you at? I don't know if y'all can see that. Are you in the chat, Dave C334? I saw you earlier. I hope you're in here. I got 2 tickets for you, Dave C334, if you're in the chat. There you go. Hey, there he go. Got you right here. Hey, man. He showed up. He showed up and he won the ticket. Hey, for sure. Day one. So, but that's not all, though. That's not all. Because guess what? On the back half of the show, I got 2 more for the back half of the show. Now, these are the first 2, but I got 2 more for the back half. So y'all gonna have to wait. If y'all gonna win all, y'all gonna have to wait. Yeah, that's I got something for you. I got something for you. Hey, my boy Jamie said he got a mission for you at the Palace too. See, now, Jamie, you gonna get me started. Don't get me started talking about the Palace. Now, you already know back in my days, I partaked in a little bit of extracurricular activities at that Palace. But we not gonna talk about that tonight. We not gonna talk about that tonight. Shouts out to Gray Scar 05. Hope no shootings, Birmingham. Yes. Y'all please leave the drama at home, man. You know, out at the Magic City Classic. Y'all be careful. Y'all be careful, man, for sure. Be careful out there for real. Be careful at the Classic. Seriously. Because them YNs, they don't know how to act. I'm hanging with the old school. I'm hanging with them. I'm hanging with the alumni. I ain't hanging with them YNs. Mimi G, your name is in here. I got some more names. I ain't gonna mess with them. But Dave C was the first name I pulled. So, yeah, but y'all make sure y'all be safe. Dave C, man, I'm gonna holler at you. Matter of fact, you gotta send me a message or something so we can get these tickets to you, man. We can get these tickets to you. And I will be there Friday and Saturday. So, but I got another set. Hey, shouts out to my boy Chris Gerard. Oh my goodness, they got NBA young boy. Oh man. Well, at least they ain't got him there for the weekend, so he can go and do his show and skedaddle on out of town, because we don't need no NBA young boy crowd at the Magic City Classic. I'm just letting y'all know, man. This for the alumni. You know, this for the alumni. This for the old head, the unks. And while I'm talking about that, let me go ahead and do this right here. Hold on, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm not even on here. Wait a minute. Let me get back on the stage. I got to get back on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I don't know what happened to my stage. I'm trying to get back on the stage. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fix my stage. I'm trying to get back to it. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. I don't know what happened just then, but so this is what's going down on Friday. You got First Take will be the ESPN First Take Friday morning. I think they're gonna open up. It's gonna be at Legion Field. So if y'all want to go to First Take, it's free. You just got to be there early. I might go. I'm not sure, but if you want to go to First Take, you better get there early. Legion Field Friday morning. They got something for the free shuttle and coffee for ages 65 and up right there. This is good. This is really good right here. So you guys see what's going on. Free shuttles, ages 65 and up from the Birmingham Crossplex to Park Place. Plus, they're getting you free coffee at the coffee cart during the Madison City Classic Parade. So there you go. There you go, man. We got to take care of our elders. We got to take care of, man. I love that they're doing this. I love that they're doing this. And shouts out to the Crossplex and that shuttle service. $5 one way. Can't beat it. Also, the ambassador. That official ambassador for Madison City Classic, Pastor Mike Jr., Birmingham's own, will be the ambassador. So we can bless a lot of these people that need blessing out there in Birmingham. A lot of our good people, our good young men who just fall in the wrong paths. Pastor Mike C gonna talk to him. So that's a great ambassador, by the way. Great ambassador to have for Madison City Classic this year. As you guys already know, DJ Tracy Steele, the in-game MC, as always. I think she's been doing this for a minute. So shouts out to DJ Tracy Steele. And a big concert. Special DJ set by Jermaine Dupree. Old JD coming down to the Birmingham. That starts at 1 o'clock out there at the tailgate area. About an hour and a half before the game. Let's see what JD talking about. You know, he got some good music out there, that Magic City album out there. And, you know, he going to probably play a lot of the throwbacks for the old heads. And I like that. So I ain't got no problem with this. I mean, we grew up on JD. So I ain't got no problem with this. Man, stop it, man. He's just trying to have fun. Now, good question. Now, my guest Wayne just popped up in the studio. We're going to put him on in just a minute. The weather report. I'm glad you asked because I thought I saw some rain. No. 75, partly cloudy with the low 49. So there you go. That's your weather. That's what your weather looking like. High at 75, the low 49 for Saturday. So it should be really nice on Saturday. And no rain. Now, I think that's it. I got my guest coming in, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock him in, and we finna do this thing for real. So without further ado, the man of the hour. Shouts out to you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Wild Wayne Cartwright from the and the Hill podcast. What's up?
Yeah, man. Man, I'm good, brother. Man, busy working out here in these streets, bro. You know what it is. Just got done finishing my my Wednesday show, man. I'm glad to be on here for the first time on Sports Talking with JB.
Yes, sir, for sure. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. You reached out to me couple months back, and I was like, man, I already know when Madison City Classic time come up, I know who I'm gonna tap in with. Cause you the guy man. For the A&M content.
Yeah, man. And you know, what's real crazy is it's not even just A&M, man. You know, I do the SWAC and the MEAC coaches calls on Mondays. You know, the platform, the ride has just been been doing great, man. I cover all 21 of our HBCU teams that are in the FCS. So, you know what I'm saying, man, it's all good. Never never any biased nature on anything that I do, man. I keep it real.
Awesome. That's awesome, bro. I mean, I know you are an alumni for A&M, but you definitely keep it real. And I like you. My dog, No Slack in the SWAC podcast, Jamie G, who was on for the Jackson show, he said he loved watching your show as well. He put it in the chat. So we got some of your people, some people who watch you in the chat as well. So
yeah, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. And man, obviously, man, we've been looking forward to this game for a while. And we both teams had a bye week, needed bye weeks for different reasons.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I was saying that before. I had my guy Jaeden Day on. He's the beat writer for Alabama State, Montgomery Advertiser, and we were talking about the same thing, man. Bama State got to get over hard pill to swallow losing that game, but that was 2 weeks ago. You got to move forward,
Yeah.
And A&M coming off a nice win after losing 2 games. So I mean, we're looking at 2 teams that need this win bad, right? They need it badly. Yeah,
badly. And for us, we come into this game, man. We were really banged up, man.
Yeah.
We had a lot of injuries, and as a matter of fact, man, for as long as I've been covering the team and everything, man, I can't remember us having this many injuries to key positions.
Right.
I mean, it's been all levels. Like, man, even our starting kicker was gone.
What?
Yeah. Barbosa, he got hurt like 3 games ago. Now we got a freshman that's been kicking. He's been doing really, really well. But it's like, man, you've been up against it when your starting kicker is out for the year, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all. I mean, so I got a big question for you now. I heard Sam Shade. I think this was maybe yesterday or Monday. They asked him about Quad Brown and said he's questionable. So have you heard any update on Quad Brown?
Yeah, no, it's still the same thing. It's kind of funny because I was the one that asked him the question Monday about, and he said Quad is still questionable because he had that high ankle sprain that he suffered against Tennessee State, which is, man, that's way back now, second week of the season.
Yeah.
Second week of the season, and he missed the game against Lane, which we didn't need him. He missed the game against Bethune-Cookman. He warmed up, but he couldn't go. And then he gutted it out against Jackson State. And then you saw it was a fluke occurrence where a defender landed into his ankle and it kind of re-aggravated. So, he didn't play during the Valley game. So he's really been out for 3 weeks. So if he's not able to go, obviously Eric Hanley, he's going to be the guy. And, Eric Hanley's done pretty well in his absence.
I was going to add, that was my next question. So Eric Hanley is a freshman, right? I mean, I'm looking at him right now from Fortendale. So he's from the Birmingham area. On the season, 875 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's played in 3 games now, 4 games. I mean, he put up big numbers against Valley. I'm looking at 24 for 32, 247, 2 touchdowns. Do you think, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. We can hold the predictions for later. But do you think A&M still has a chance to win this game with Eric Hanley at quarterback?
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is, he started against Bethune-Cookman. And, that was a shootout against Bethune-Cookman. He threw the ball well. He's got very good connection with the receivers, all those different things. So this isn't just like, a guy who is just coming off the bench, hadn't really had a lot of time. So, he's had 3 starts. You know what I'm saying? So he's been able to show that he's got good command of the offense. And so that's why I just believe that, even if he has to play, I don't really see that it would be, that much of a difference. Right. Obviously, Quad Brown is the guy that gets the headlines. He's also a Birmingham guy. This is his last year of college football. Obviously, he definitely would love to be in this game and finish it with a bang. But if he can't play and it's Hanley, we feel good about it. We feel good about it.
Yeah. And on the other end, Andrew Body, he couldn't play last year, right? He got hurt game 1. So that's Kareem Key You know, it was his game. Kareem Key won the offensive MVP of that game last year, I remember. So I'm looking at Andrew Body, and I'm looking at him. He's one of the most prolific quarterbacks in the SWAC right now. 1,387 yards, 15 touchdowns, only 1 pick. And he was phenomenal against Jackson State. Just wasn't enough to close the deal. But I mean, yeah, a lot of people are wishing. I like my boy in the chat say, wish Quad was healthy and 100% against it. Because a lot of people, I don't know, Wayne, I don't know if you said this, but I've heard other people on other SWAC podcasts say Quad is better than Andrew Body. And people in the chat, it's been an argument. Who's better? Andrew Body, Quad Brown.
Listen, man, as much as I love Quad, man, Andrew Body's, listen, I'll just simplify it like this. For SWAC Offensive Player of the Year, if it's not Andrew Body, it's gonna be Jacoby and Morgan. Those are the two. Those are the two.
Right. That's right.
Those are the two. I mean, and Jacobian has proved it the last 3 games. But Andrew Body, just the dynamic ability of a dual threat. Now, people sit up there and they say, like, man, I ain't know he was that nice throwing the ball. Well, if you go back and you look at his statistics from high school, this dude is one of the all-time leading passers in Texas high school football history, man. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, you know, we saw flashes of it, you know, and I've seen him play in person one time. I saw him. It was a season finale 3 seasons ago when he was still playing for Texas Southern. He came to A&M and he actually ended that game injured. But he's gone up against A&M twice. His freshman year when man, he's been in college a while, dog. Like his freshman year, we had a Quill Glass his senior year, 2021. We won 52-49 against them there in Houston. And then also the game that I talked about 3 years ago in Huntsville. That was the last game he played for Texas Southern. But yeah, he's a very prolific guy, man.
Yeah.
It's good as advertised.
And Body, you know, it's been injured. So the last 2 seasons ended in injury. He kind of, you want to say last year was a red shirt. Both years. So this year, and shouts out to Rick Body. Me and Rick Body keep good contact. Oh, that's Andrew's dad.
Yep.
And he told me before week 1, he was like, man, we could just get past the first game, then it's gonna be on this year, because Andrew was so locked in. And I've heard Andrew talk and how locked in he's been. I'm not surprised at what I'm seeing from Andrew Body. Not surprised at all. A lot of other people may be, but I mean, his issue was just being healthy. It was never his play. It was just being healthy.
Yeah. And you know, for me, it was like when I saw the way he made his arrival in that opening game against UAB. You know, I said, this is definitely something that you're gonna have to keep an eye on the whole season. And to this point, except for maybe 4 quarters of football, I'm saying combined, I'll say the first half against Southern, and maybe a quarter and a half against Jackson State. He's been on one.
For sure.
He's been on one.
Yeah. And I always say that's kind of how I would say it too, because I was saying, man, Bama State, aside from the first game and the first half against Southern, we dominated the competition up until the Jackson State game. You know, we were dominating offensively this team, and I think we're still averaging about 36 points a game or something like that, 39 maybe. So this is
39 points a game.
The top offense in the SWAC, man. Listen here, like Body said it was gonna be the greatest show on turf. He said it, and he's backing it up. I mean, you can't ask for him to be more dynamic. Now, A&M's offense has come alive too, and a lot of people, I expected A&M to be a pretty good team because Sam Shade, what he did with Miles, right? He, Miles to the playoffs, and he beat Coach E. Rob at Miles a couple years ago.
He did.
So you looking at that, I was like, okay, Shay got a good job up here in Huntsville. He gonna take them to heights. He gonna uplift this team. I'm gonna ask you about Shay. You've been covering him all season. How do you think he's done so far through the first 7 games?
So, it's really interesting. So, coming into the season, I thought that this was going to be a year where, it would go through some growing pains because, new personnel, new staff, all those different things. I thought that we would probably have some struggles in the first half of the season and actually be a better second half team. Now, what we've been, surprisingly, is I thought that defensively we would be better. I thought that what it would be, I thought it would be a reversal. I thought that we would be better on defense and then maybe take a step back on offense. But it's really been kind of a little bit of the same little formula that we've had over the last, 5-6 years, where our offense has been really leading the way. Right now, we're 9th in the FCS in passing yards per game. We average 277 a game in the air, and that's with playing 2 quarterbacks, which is crazy. Now, the things that I wish that we were able to do a little bit better, and I know we kind of, maybe I'm not leaping ahead. I wish that we were able to run the ball more, because we haven't really what we've been missing. We've been missing like a breakaway runner. We basically have to do this runner by committee, and all of the guys that we've had in there until we played the game against Valley, we've had some struggles. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's been Edwards, Nwakenro, Nero, Morrow. It has not mattered who's been back there. It's been kind of struggles with that running back by committee. Now, offensive line has been really good, because obviously if you're throwing for 277, you got to have good protection. Exactly. Receiving core has been really good, but the problem that's been really a big surprise for me has been our defense. I mean, that game that we played against, obviously everybody looks at that game we played against Jackson State. That game we played against Bethune-Cookman, we gave up 4 explosive plays for touchdowns. Right. You gave up a 79-yard pass, 41-yard reverse, two 25+ yard runs. And then also like the other games like Alcorn, Tennessee State, we've given up points in the first half, and then we would make big adjustments in the second half and control. Really, the only team that's done any damage on us in the second half defensively has been Jackson State. So that's something that I can say that we can hang our hat on. But defensively, that's what's been a surprise for me. But as a whole, to be 4-3 when we've had losing records the last, few years, I'm not going to sit here and complain. We got a chance with a good finish here to have a winning record for the first time since 2021.
And that will be a great job for Shade coming in first year and turning the team around. I mean, just like Coach E-Rob came in and he's had a winning record his first 3 years, and look like it's gonna be 4 years. So I mean, that's what you want as a new coach. You want to come in, you want to turn the things around. Starting off, I mean, okay, some games we're gonna lose, like the BCU game. It was a winnable game, but you lost it. The Jackson State, nobody really picked y'all to win Jackson State, right? And you see the Arkansas, but this next half, I mean, these next 5, the next 4 out of Alabama State. I mean, you got Grambling, PV, FAM has not had a good year, and then you got Texas Southern. You got some winnable games.
Yeah, we've beaten Grambling 3 years in a row, which is really surprising to folks. But yeah, we've beaten them 3 years in a row. We won it the whole 2 years ago on their homecoming. And then also, we haven't played Prairie View since 2016. That's crazy. Yeah, 2016. And then FAMU, obviously for bigger reasons, we have yet to beat FAMU as a member of the SWAC, just like you guys got off the hump and beat them.
Well, you can give them this year. This is a year they can be had.
Yeah, and then that Texas Southern game, man, who the heck knows at the end? Because because Texas Southern, you guys are gonna see them. They coming to
Yeah,
your house.
for sure. They coming to us for sure.
Yeah, they struggle offensively, but they have some guys that can do some things defensively. So, but yeah, it's a chance for us, man, to finish with a winning record. I like our chances. But as far as Shade goes, I'll finish it by saying this. I think Shade has done really, really well in terms of, with his passion and his attitude and him being an Alabama guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him being an Alabama guy has really, really helped. And I think that he's going to really, really finish this year. And then next year, when he starts really getting more of, more recruiting, more portal, more adjustments, more shifts, I think next year will be the time that you're going to see us really, really, really be in there to try to make a contention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this year, it's just about let's finish strong because SWAC East is gone. We're not winning the SWAC East.
Yeah.
That's over with. Just finish strong.
Exactly. I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's pretty much over for Bama State. We need Jackson State to lose twice, and we got to run the tail. So,
yeah.
I mean, looking at that,
Bethune-Cookman is right there. Bethune-Cookman controls its destiny.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, they got Pine Bluff this week. Next week they got Valley at home. Then after that they go to Grambling, who they beaten. In this, if they win those 3 games, November 15th, they're at the Vet with a chance there.
That's crazy.
If you had that on your bingo card, congrats. But most folks, none of us saw that.
Hey, you just told me so because I was like, man, Bethune really has a chance.
Yeah, they control their own destiny, man. If they win, they keep winning. They go to Jackson on the 15th of November, man. So like you said, you guys need them to lose twice, or you need Bethune-Cookman to beat them, or they lose. Yeah, you need Bethune-Cookman to beat them where y'all have a 3-way tie and get that point differential.
Exactly. That's you read my mind.
Because y'all beat Bethune by 17 and Jackson State beat y'all by 4. Now it depends on how much Bethune-Cookman, if they did beat Jackson. But of course, that's up the road. That's up the road.
I know.
But Bethune-Cookman has a real shot, though. That's the point.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that point differential thing is why. That we did beat Bethune by so many. That Jackson State game was close. You hit the nail on the head with that for sure. So I just don't like to be in that position where we got to hope another team beats another team for us to have a chance. But I mean, it happens, right?
It happens, man, and that's what TC said when I talked on Monday. He said, we controlling our own destiny. He said we want to control our own destiny. We don't want to have our fate in somebody else's hands, But you know what, though, man? You can't have it be a possibility if you don't beat us this week. So
I know that, and that's why I'm pulling up all. Yeah, Dave C, it is a chance. It's a minimum chance now because nobody's picking Jackson State to lose to nobody really. So, but they can slip up now. They're not invincible, and we showed that because we had them on the 2-yard. But I'm not even gonna go there. I'm still got PTSD. I'm not even gonna go there, man. I stood there, man. Wayne. I was in the press box. I saw the play. I was like, okay, we about to win this game. I got happy feet because when they put 1 second back, I said, oh, we on the 2. We about to win this ball game and get up out of here. And when the play happened and we got stopped, I just stood there and stood still, like in silence, like in the morning for about 5 to 10 minutes. Before I got my stuff together and left. But I mean, that's what happened. That's what happened. So I mean, looking at Bama State, man, like you say, we got to take care of business Saturday. Then that PV game.
Yes, sir.
This was a game preseason when I was like, ooh, we got to go to Prairie View.
Yes, sir.
And that's defense in the SWAC right now. You're looking at it.
Yeah, and the last 2 trips you made there, man, ain't ended well.
I know, man. We played them last year, and the Gumping was what 9-6.
9-6, yeah.
And shouts out to my guy that PV versus everybody, man. We probably gonna get it up next week. But last year we had a show and we was talking about the game, and it ended up 9-6. But Then we got Texas Southern. You say we got Valley. That's the Port City Classic. The Valley
down there, Mobile. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, realistically, man, honestly, man, like I said, the PV game is besides this one Saturday. Right. That PV game is really the one I think is going to be your next biggest challenge because I see y'all taking care of business against everybody else. Texas Southern, Valley, and UAPB, and y'all whipping Tuskegee.
Oh man, for sure. Yeah, that's BTA. Yeah, them last two BTAs for sure. But yeah, the PV game. I'm not gonna worry about PV because we're not gonna jump ahead. We focusing on Murder City Classic.
We gonna talk about this one here.
Yeah. I just had to throw it out there. Right, had to throw it out. So Wayne, did you go to the press conference?
No, actually. So I live in Ohio, brother.
Oh man, I thought you was
here.
Up in the-
Yeah, no, I'm here in Ohio, here in the studio here in the basement. Yeah, I was at homecoming for A&M.
Okay.
I was at homecoming.
Yeah,
but
alumnus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are alumnus. So I mean, man, to be all the way in Ohio and to cover the thing the way you cover it, boy, you got it all. Man, listen here, I gotta give your prop. So
appreciate that.
So, man, let's talk about this game, though. Give me, like, a key to victory. Like, how – I'm going to ask you the question, right? And you could just tell me in your own way. How does A&M beat Bama State if they're going to beat them?
All right, so I'll go here with some of the analytics, man.
Do it. Talk
all right. Me. So – Alabama State, you guys, your splits, your run and your pass splits are almost like right there together, right? You guys are averaging, 432 yards per game on offense. You guys run the ball well, you pass it, and what really is a problem that really only Jackson State was able to survive is that you've got to be able to take away one aspect against Alabama State. You can't they can't pass and run effectively. If they're doing both, you can forget it. It's not happening. Like I said, Jackson State was the only team where you guys were, because you threw it and ran it, effectively. They were the only ones because they effectively just outscored you, right?
Yeah,
they just outscored you, okay? And they made a couple key plays, obviously, with that interception that Quincy Ivory had on the sideline. So really, when you play in Alabama State, you've got to be able to limit explosive plays, and that's something that A&M has had their problems with is explosive plays. Now, the game against Valley, obviously, we did not allow any explosive plays, which was cool. And we've got on a bye week, and it's something that we've had a chance to just really think about and just get a refresh and a reset.
Right.
So the one of the biggest things that A&M has struggled with on their defense exclusively is run defense. It really has been, it's just been all over the place, man. And our defensive line, Nick Glenn and, Roberts, all those guys, they got to really be able to stand up against that offensive line that Alabama State has. Now, I said going into the Alabama State game against Jackson State, I said those are the two best offensive lines in the SWAC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Big Cam on the end is an earth mover.
Yes, he is.
Dude moves people, right? Okay, it just is what it is. And what A&M does not have that Jackson State did, they don't have a guy on the defensive line that can command a double team. Okay, because Jeremiah Williams was a dude you needed to double team, right? We don't have that guy that can double team. And so basically you've got to be able to hold the edge of the line to where, where you sometimes have to put extra guys in the box. And then, being a football guy just like me, when you put extra guys in the box, that's when you become susceptible to that RPO throwing it right over the top.
Right.
Okay? And that's something that Chris Barnett is really done a really good job of, is just making you guys being very, very multiple. Okay. Where it's like you come out, it can look like it's a run formation, but you throw it, or vice versa. Right. So for A&M, what they need to do on the defensive side is they need to limit those explosive plays, and they need to find a way to get you guys in the 3rd and longs. Because when you guys are getting 3, 4, 5 yards on first downs, having seconds and shorts and all that kind of stuff, that's what's going to be a problem. Because when you're in 2nd and shorts, or 2nd and 5, 2nd and meetable, or 3rd and manageable, you guys have an open playbook. You know what I'm saying? We have to get you into downs where it is an obvious pass or it's an obvious run, right? So that way you can make a decision. The one thing that A&M does do well on the defense is we do have a pretty decent secondary.
Okay.
Our secondary, they get past breakups, they defend, and things like that. Now, where they got burnt against Jackson State was the problem against Jackson State, and maybe a little bit also when they played Bethune-Cookman, is that because we weren't able to stop the run, we had to put all of our corners on islands. They had to play one-on-one the whole time.
And that's the problem.
When you play one-on-one against Jackson State, man, you can forget it. Shamar Savage and those guys, you can forget it. If you're playing one-on-ones against Jalen Jones and Dylan the Jet and those guys, it could be a recipe for some disaster. Body, he struggles sometimes. If there is a weakness that he does have in the passing game, is sometimes when he throws that deep ball, it's with accuracy.
The deep ball, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the thing that I say for A&M is, to stay in this game, they got to be able to play some defense. And I'm not saying that they got to stop y'all, because listen, I'm just saying it like this. Ain't nobody I don't think anybody's going to stop really anybody. It's basically you got to play situational, foundational football. Can you get guys off the field when it's 3rd downs? Can you get a few stops here and there to where you can gain yourself a couple extra possessions? Can you force some turnovers?
Yeah.
To get that? Now, on the offensive side of the ball for A&M, the important thing is no matter who's under center, they need to find a way to run the ball. Against Alabama State, man, Alabama State has been susceptible to giving up some run yards, man. I mean, teams have been able to run on you guys. And really, that's been the weakness of your defense where you have it. Because the rest of it, your secondary is really good. Keon Lewis, and then you get Roddy back this week, right? So,
for sure.
So your secondary is really good, and so we got to be able to run the ball. We got to take advantage of some matchups. Now, I do like our receivers. I like Frank Pierre. I like Parker. I like those guys. Obviously, when you're throwing for 277 a game, you know what I'm saying? We're spreading that ball around. Okay. Now, if we're able to get Trevante Abner back, I don't know how much he can really contribute if he does be able to play in this game. But if we're able to get him back, that's another person that can create some matchups at the tight end spot. Right. So I like our defense. I like our offensive line. I like our offense. I like our ability to score. But really, it's about what can our defense do to generate some takeaways and also get you guys off the field. If we are able to keep the first half like where it's close, like I'm not saying we got to have a lead at halftime. If we go into halftime like down 7 or down 3 or whatever like that, like, yeah, now you're going to feel real, real good, because the thing that we've also done well on defense is in second halves, Chris Schelling in that group, they tend to make those good adjustments, and they make it a little bit tougher for the opposing teams on offense. So those are things that we got to be able to do to be able to have a chance, man, to win this game for sure.
Man, listen. So to sum everything up, you basically saying this may be a shootout. So you have to go blow for blow, toe to toe with Bama State to have a chance.
Yeah, I am saying that it's going to be. I've felt it for weeks that this was going to be a shootout.
Yeah,
for sure. And really, the formula when you're trying to beat an Alabama State is kind of the same thing if you're trying to beat a Jackson State. You got to outscore these boys.
You have to.
And you got to force some takeover. You got to get some turnovers. You got to get yourself some extra possessions, because offenses this talented like yours, you're not going to be able to line up and just stop these boys, 3 consecutive drives or something like that. You're not going to be able to do it. They're too talented.
And I tell you this, I'm gonna tell you this too. Now, Bama State's offense, we everybody know the offense is the strong suit this year. Last year was the defense. So, and sometimes I just sit back and imagine, what if we had last year's defense and this year's offense? We'll go undefeated. We'll run the table. But I mean, it's a lot of what ifs, right? A lot of what ifs. So, I mean, you're absolutely right. They have to stay close to Alabama State to be able to win. Now, the way we beat Bethune-Cookman, it was a first half. That game was over at halftime, right? We were up 52-21. They just scored 2 touchdowns late in the game to make it look like it was a shootout, but it really wasn't a shootout. So, and like I say, we dominated. The close games, like the Jackson game we lost, it was close. The UAB game was close. We had UAB up by 11 points, made a couple mistakes. They scored 3 consecutive times and we lose. So I feel like Bama State needs to put pedal to the metal. We need to come out, go up 2-3 scores. Don't let this team stick around and think they have a chance, because anything can happen when the game is tight. A fumble, a kick out of bounds, a field position, a block kick, anything could happen that'll turn the tables when it's a 1-possession game or something like that. A 10-point or a 7-point game. So my key is the offense is gonna do what they do. I'm gonna challenge our defense to play aggressive. Like Coach Eddie always say, we're gonna play violent, right? But we're gonna be disciplined at the same time. So none of those, no stupid penalties, like none of that hitting out of bounds, none of that stuff. We're gonna be physical though, and we're gonna impose our will. So defensively, we're gonna have to get after your quarterback, whoever it is, if it's Quad, if it's Hanley, we got to get after the quarterback. And I like our secondary too, but I'm gonna challenge our front. Because we did okay against Jackson, but we didn't get to Morgan. We didn't get to Jacoby and Morgan, and that's why he was able to throw 5 touchdowns. He had time to sit in the pocket. So whoever quarterbacks for A&M, we can't let them have time to sit in the pocket, because you guys do have a decent wide receiver corps. You guys do have good wide receivers. So I'm challenging our defense, our D-line, Dave C. They have to step it up. And if we can get some sacks, some pressures, force some turnovers, it could be a long day into the nightfall for A&M. But if the game is nip and tuck, if you guys get a turnover or we make a mistake and it's close, anything can happen if it go down to the fourth quarter. We've seen the Magic City Classic be close. We've seen those type of games. I remember the 3 overtime game. So, man. I mean, but to sum it up, man, I'm picking Bama State. My score prediction. No, you the guest. I'm gonna let you go first. Give me your score prediction. Let me get yours.
Yeah, man. So, it's kind of crazy because I watch all these games. I see all this stuff. I know all these trends. I know these stats, man, right off the top of my head, man. There's no notes. I ain't need no notes for this. It's like I know this stuff, man, because I read it, I absorb it. In games like this, man, obviously sometimes they say with rivals like this, and this is the 84th time that they're playing in this classic, but this thing goes back to 1924. These guys have been playing continuously since 1945.
Right.
The records don't matter. Never does. Never really matters. The emotions are going to be there. The passion's going to be there. Everything's going to be there. The nerves are going to be there. Right. Both teams have had 2 weeks, essentially 2 weeks to really think about this. 2 weeks. They had all last weekend to think about this. Right. All last weekend. They've gone through the walkthroughs. They've done all that. They've done all that stuff. And so now when you come down on this game, what it boils itself down to, man, is, situational football. And for me, I as much as I know that our offense is really good and leads the team, as much as I really feel like, okay, after a bye week, some things could have gotten straightened out on the defense. But just given what I've seen of this team, man, I want to be wrong, but I really believe that Alabama State's going to win this game 38-31. That's my pick here. I think it's going to be a shootout though.
Okay.
But I will say this though. Even though I do think Alabama State's going to win this game, I do want to say this though. A&M is fully capable of winning this game. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
And one of the things that you do, and I'll tell you some of the things that you do that you can't do, you turn that football over and you start doing some things and you try to get out of character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And especially in a game that's your favorite, once a game that really shouldn't be close, once you start doing things to give other teams extra possessions, then you start seeing the pressure get a little bit tighter. Don't get it twisted. A&M has lost this game 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
You don't think that they don't believe that they can't win this game. But I just don't trust our defense, JB. Okay. That's really what it's about. I don't trust our defense.
Yeah.
So 38-31 is where I'm going, Alabama State, but I hope I'm wrong.
Jamie G got 42-41. Man, come on now with it, man. He loved that 42-41. He said that same score for Jackson State, Bama State. You think you slick, Jamie G? You think you slick? He pulling my leg right there. Hey, but I like this. Hey, Dave C. 42-31. I like that too. I like that too for Bama State. I don't know if we're gonna give up that many points though. I think I'm gonna roll with my boy Jaeden Day, who was on earlier, and I think his score was 42-28. But I'm gonna go 45-28. I'm gonna go 45-28. I'm going Bama State by 17. I feel good about it. I think E-Rob, and this game also could be. I mean, E-Rob and Shade are friends, but he also said, "Yeah, we friends except on the last, last
Saturday of October."
Yeah. So we can be friends on Friday, but when Saturday hit, we enemies, and then on Sunday we could be friends again. So I think man, he gonna show no mercy. I mean, the team needs it, man. We need this. Bama State should win for sure. And you being a A&M alum, A&M, that do content for A&M, to say Bama State's gonna win, it's putting a lot of pressure, more pressure on us because you supposed to pick A&M, Wayne.
Nah, I can't do it, man. I can't do it because here's the thing, man. I listen. I'm the type of person that if we ain't any good, if your team ain't any good, I tell you that you ain't any good. I'm not gonna sit. See, this is where I gotta say, and I'll just do a little quick PSA here. Let me do a quick PSA. Okay, what I've really built my platform and built my profile on is about non-bias. And thing for me is I'm a fan of every single team in the HBCU except for whenever you play A&M. Like, believe it or not, man, I don't care about Alabama State rivalry and all that. Some people, they get in their feelings and start hating and doing all. I don't do all that. My thing is like this. As much as PWIs, as much as FBS, as much as even some of the other FCS teams like North Dakota State that are state-funded schools,
right?
Those guys, they get all that support. For us, it's important for me that we really uplift each other because we really need to try to do what we can to try to raise our profile. And the thing for me about why I got to keep it real is the thing that we're missing in this space. And one of the reasons why I decided to branch out and start doing my own show and start getting a little bit more into the journalistic phase and things that I do is because what's missing in our space is non-bias and real analytics, real analysis. We got too many shows out here where guys and girls are coming on here. It's like you'll never say anything. You'll never say your team's going to lose. You'll never say anything bad about your head coach. You'll never say anything about this, never say anything about that. But then it's like, then when you lose, then you start making excuses and all that. Listen.
Right.
There ain't nothing wrong with just saying it like it is.
Right.
I know our defensive numbers. I know what it is. I know how it looks. I know every team's strength. I know every team's weaknesses. And for me to sit up there and know all this and still come on and lie and say I believe that we gonna win, that's not doing it right. And so for people who are doing content out here, you need to start keeping it real. Stop getting up here, getting all in your feelings. And you know, if you know that your team ain't doing nothing this year.
Right.
You know your team can't stop a nosebleed. You know you ain't got no quarterback play. You know you can't do, So just go ahead on, keep it real. Yeah, your school might get on you and say, oh, where's your loyalty? Listen, man, I donate money to A&M.
Right.
I show up to A&M. I don't just show up. Like, listen, I came to homecoming this year, but the last 3 seasons, I came to a football game from Ohio in November. I ain't come for no glitz, no glamour. I showed up to a November football game. I'm about this, man. I represent my HBCU well. So nobody can ever question my allegiance. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be true to my roots, which is my analytics, my vision, and my passion, and knowing what I know. I'm going to call it the way it need to be called. And I never stop doing that.
And we appreciate you for that. Man, listen. I already knew. I said I got to get Wayne on because I know you're a straight shooter. And you know, also you remind me of C. Wells, man, over at SWAC Talk, SWAC Smoke. He's a Southern guy, but he'll tell you right now, Southern trash. You know, when we did a show, he told me Bama State was gonna be Southern. I was like, okay. I mean, you know,
yeah.
I mean, you got to look at it. You got to look at it at the whole spectrum. You can't look at it with the school, you know, you got to look at the whole spectrum, you know. So I really appreciate that, bro. And the people in the chat appreciate it. People who gonna watch this later, they're gonna appreciate the way you call it and the way you see it, you know. And that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
man.
man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. For, you know, hey, tell the people where they can find you before I let you go, brother. Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Wild Wayne Cartwright. My show is, you see it in the backdrop, The Ride with Wild Wayne Cartwright. I'm on every Wednesday night during the football season at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, where I do the preview, the picks. You know, we got the slides, we got the graphics, we got it all, right? And then on Sunday nights, during the season at 7 p.m. Eastern, I have the Sunday recap, where we go over all the games. You know, I do the nice little montage in the beginning with the music, and then we have our ride tokens for our players of the week and all that kind of stuff. So you can find me at those 2 places. And then also on Tuesday nights, I host and moderate the From the Hill podcast, which is Alabama A&M. Shout out to my group. You know, I got DT, I got T Gooden, Jay the Great, you know, Corey Williams and Dave. So yeah, man, we you know, that's where y'all can find me. And then y'all can find me on social media. Connect with me, man. Subscribe to the channel and do all that good stuff. But yeah, man, but enough about me, man. For Sports Talking with JB, man, y'all make sure y'all continue to subscribe to his channel. Make sure y'all lift him up, man, because like I said, people who are dedicated out here doing this stuff, they need your support.
For sure.
We ain't doing this for no money. We ain't doing this for listen, I know I ain't doing this for no money. I ain't doing this for no views. I'm doing this because it's passion. It's life. We love it.
And you couldn't have said any better than I would have said it. We do this for the passion, boy, for the love. And, you know, to help out, push this HBCU content. You, my friend, are like the HBCU version of the Sports Center or whatever, because y'all be doing it up over there, bro. Y'all do it up over there. And I really appreciate you for joining me tonight, taking the time after you did your show to hop on my show. I appreciate that, bro.
Anytime, bro. And listen, man, we'll get back. We'll get up again. You know, we gonna get close, man. We got things like SWAC Championship coming up, Celebration Bowl, which I'll be at Celebration Bowl doing media like I was last year We got different stuff, man. So we definitely gonna connect, man. I'll have you on the ride, man. You gotta get on the roller coaster with me.
I got to, bro. I'm definitely gonna tap in with you. Hey, shouts out to Rick Body in the chat, bro. I'm definitely gonna see you Saturday. I'm gonna beat up Rick Body. Gotta show me where the fish plate's at. You tell me where the tailgate at, Rick Body. Hit my phone now. Hit my phone. I need to know where the tailgate gonna be at.
Yeah, man. Hey. But hey, appreciate you, man. This was a great time, man. And shout out to everybody out there in that chat, man. Love everybody. I love this culture.
For sure. Hey, appreciate you, Wild Wayne, man.
Anytime, man. We'll see you soon.
All right, for sure. All right, so that was my guy, man. Listen here, man. Hey, my boy said Rick be ducking. Rick Body don't duck no smoke, man. Rick Body don't duck no smoke. So let me hold on. Before I go, I got to give away some more tickets. Dave C won the first pal. I told y'all I had another pal. So before I give away these tickets, and you got to be watching to win these tickets, like I said, watch this commercial.
Classic season is here, where the field ignites with rhythm and halftime steals the spotlight. From early morning tailgate to all-night celebrations, it's Birmingham's biggest party. The Amazon Magic City Classic, presented by Coca-Cola, is the HBCU showdown. Alabama State versus Alabama A&M, October 25th, Legion Field. Be there for the magic. Buy tickets now.
Yes, sir. So you can buy your ticket or you can win your pal right now. So if you're in the chat, I got some names in here from earlier, right? These the same names that was in here earlier. My guy Dave C won the first set. These Dave C tickets right here. I got another set right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the thing right here. I ain't gonna look at it. I'm just gonna pull them. So we gonna see. We're gonna see what I pulled out. If you're in the chat, Sharpshooter Podcast. Sharpshooter, he in the chat. He in here. Look, that Sharpshooter Podcast, man. Hey, he done won the ticket. My boy showed up and he won the ticket. See, that's what I'm talking about. We didn't even have to re-pull no name because y'all showed up tonight. Dave C was in here. He been watching the whole time. Sharpshooter Podcast show up. He win the tickets because he already knew. He already knew what was going down. So, hey, man, I got you, my brother. I got you a pal, too. So, hey, man, listen here. Yeah, you got to pay. Yeah, you got to pay what you got to pay. If you ain't get the tickets, you got to pay. So I only had 2 pal. I told y'all, I pump faked y'all and told y'all I had 1 pal, right? But then I had another pal. So, hey, that's how I do it. I got to get y'all to watch the show. I got to get y'all to tune in, right? And I had other names. I got about 10 more names that's still in there. But the first 2 I pulled, they win the ticket. And I really appreciate everybody, though. I really appreciate everybody. So we gonna start doing this. If I can get my hands on other tickets, you know, from like other games. We got the Port City Classic coming up in Mobile. I may be able to get a couple. But then we talking Madison City Classic. So I got y'all ticket. Dave C. Hit me up. Sharpshooter Podcast. Brisket. Hit me up. You already know how to find me. I hit you with the fake punt. Yeah, but it's going down. These some real tickets, though. These real tickets. So y'all hit me up, man. You gotta, yes, you do. Yes, you do gotta sit on stateside. And nah, I almost forgot. You cannot wear no Tuskegee gear. I know you're a Tuskegee man and all sharpshooter, but you can't wear no Tuskegee gear. You know, you can't. Appreciate you, Dave. Appreciate everybody in the chat who done watched the show, man. We started a little late tonight because I wanted to get everybody on, but this has been the Madison City Classic preview. And I just asked y'all to do this. I just asked y'all to hit the like button, right? If you're watching the replay, hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel, man. Sports Talking with JB, the podcast network, and share this to your people. We done put out some great content. This has been a great show. Shout out to my guy from the Montgomery Advertiser and the USA Today, my guy on Jaeden Day. We gonna tap in. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. and everybody who gonna be at the Madison City Classic, man. So with all that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all know what to do. Y'all be blessed, and we're gonna see y'all at Madison City Classic. Thank you for joining, and y'all have a blessed night.